Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the one, the only, Mr. Noli. Welcome back to another E3 podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about all of our thoughts of the conferences that happened last week and all of the games that were announced and what we are most interested in that was announced at the conferences. So, tonight, we have Nathaniel.
Hey.
We got Marco.
Hello.
We got Thomas.
Hi.
And we got the one and only
Hi.
Juan.
Oh.
Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. We were all here last week. Unfortunately, Zach could not make it. He is out of town, but we are all good to go and share what we thought about the whole E3 experience. So, just a very simple question. Compared to the other years, do you think that this one was good, like, filled with content-wise, or do you think it was lacking, or... Like, I mean, did you enjoy it compared to the other years?
I think it was average.
Just average?
Yep.
I've never really paid much attention to the other E3s.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
I think I had more fun with last year's, but there's still some good stuff that happened.
What was it about last year's that made it a little bit more interesting and outstanding?
I wasn't alone.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, I came over to watch...
So I could
what did we
talk
watch?
with
The
people, so-
Microsoft thing
Yeah.
together? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched other things together too, but yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think that was when they were talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and other stuff like that. So, more interesting games too from EA's point of view, which is what we're going to talk about first, because... Holy crap, they lacked so badly this year. Oh my goodness. Where do we start? They talked about FIFA 18 DLC for like 10 whole minutes because the World Cup was, well, the World Cup is now a thing. It's going on right now, but they were really milking that. They wanted to get a lot of players on board with that.
Classic.
Madden 19. I think it's cool that they're finally putting it back on PC because it's been like 8 years. But otherwise, the sports game's not too big of an audience. Will be at E3 for that specifically. You know, you're mostly there for Anthem and Battlefield 5 and the other stuff.
Yeah.
One thing that I really, really liked though was that, did you guys see the Unravel 2 announcement and gameplay of that or no?
No.
Okay,
No.
well, long story short, it's basically like a couch co-op game. You work together, you solve puzzles together, you're like two ribbon toys in a forest. But you work together, it's like a platformer pretty much that you play with a friend. And they announced it that it was releasing the day that they announced it, which I thought was very, very cool. So EA gave something for the fans to play that weekend, which is good, but like otherwise they were lacking a lot for that conference. They also announced Jedi: The Fallen Order, which is a brand new Star Wars game that's coming out like way, way down the line. I have no idea when, but they showed nothing about that. Just talked to this random dude in the audience, and it was actually a little bit awkward. He was giving like short answers, and it wasn't a very interesting interview, and yeah, it was not that great.
Rip.
We'll see how far they get with that game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not holding any bars or anything because it's just the title. You know, nothing about it besides the title. However, the two great things that they did do at their conference was show Battlefield 5. That game looks very, very stellar, just like Battlefield 1. And they also showed a lot of Anthem stuff, which I thought looked very, very excellent. Did anybody look at the Battlefield 5 and Anthem gameplay and trailers, or no?
I saw the Anthem gameplay.
And what did you
And
think of
I'm
that?
excited for it because it looks good, but it's EA, so I don't trust them.
True. Well,
I had so much fun with Destiny 1, but it was
Yeah.
just so poorly executed. So I want something to replace my urge for another Destiny 1.
I think what we're all hoping for is that it actually comes out as a complete game rather than the broken games that both Destiny and Division came out as.
Exactly.
Mhm. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of fixes that needed to be done after they released the games. Like you said, Division and Destiny.
It does look nice, however, though.
Mm-hmm. Anthem released a very good trailer. Like I'm biased that I like the trailer because it used Muse's Uprising song in it, and I love that song. But it worked really, really well. Game looks very good, and I think that it could be a little bit of competition for Destiny 2 if the release and everything goes well. But yeah, if you want something refreshing, then maybe Thomas, that game could be for you. But don't expect anything extravagant because it's EA.
Or expect them to just fuck it up.
Well, they kind of learned with microtransactions with Battlefield 1 and
Do you think so? I don't know.
Battlefront 2 and stuff like that. Yeah, they even admitted right on their conference stage that Battlefront 2 had a very rough start, but then they announced a whole bunch of new DLC for Battlefront 2, like a bunch of Clone Wars stuff is coming and new content, and I think that's very, very good on their part.
But is it too late?
I think the
I guess
hardcore
so.
fans, like, I don't know if you're a hardcore fan, Nathaniel, but I mean regular fans will definitely come back to the game and appreciate
Yeah.
the content like that.
No, I think it'll bring some people back. I don't know how long or whatever their roadmap is, because they said they were gonna release something like that, but hopefully it'll keep some players around for a while.
I think
It was a
will.
good play. It was a good play for them in order to
They
get
had
the
to.
people back.
No,
Yeah,
they have to.
because I think we were talking in the last podcast that
Yeah.
there were a lot of people that were, to use one of your guys' words, like abandoning the project, or like a lot of people left from Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Or they just didn't have a lot of people there. So I think it's
Yeah.
good that they're bringing that kind of content and stuff. Like, I mean, Nathaniel plays it pretty regularly. I only play when Nathaniel's online, but now that all this content is coming out, I'm more eager to get into it and jump into this Clone Wars stuff. It'd be cool.
Totally.
Nice.
I guess we can wrap up the EA conference with Battlefield 5. They showed a lot more gameplay. They showed more destructive environments, and they showed like movable vehicles and turrets and like fences and gates and stuff like that, which I think is very cool. You can get pretty tactical with how you want to play. And the destructive environments in the houses, like you can't be camping in a house. A tank is gonna blow you over if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Otherwise, though, they also announced a battle royale mode in Battlefield 5.
Like every other gaming platform.
Surprise,
But they
surprise.
announced nothing of it. So all they said was that there will be more info to come later in the year. I think EA has like some show or conference like PlayStation does. So I think they'll probably reveal
I
something
think they
there.
already had it, didn't they? EA Play? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, isn't that like in February or something? Anyways, they said that they'll announce more stuff later in the year, but yeah, I don't know about all these battle royale modes. I'm excited for them, but at the same time, I feel like that they're gonna get less and less popular as 2019 progresses. So,
I disagree.
you think it'll last for a long time?
Yeah. For a couple of years at least, until something else comes along. But I don't think it's gonna die out anytime
Well, I think
soon.
Roblox is getting Hunger Games, so it'll be cool. But on to Square Enix. So, Thomas, the new Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay, the levels, what did you think of them?
I want to say it looks gorgeous, and I'm super excited. And I'm sad that Aqua got nerded, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
I do have to say it was very amusing seeing Kingdom Hearts being split up between multiple conferences.
I thought that was a good idea too, kind of
Yeah, that
spread
was
the
cool.
word, and because a lot of people wouldn't really be too open-minded or
Looking for it.
yeah, not really looking for it specifically. So if it was just brought up in the middle of another conference, like the Xbox conference, then that's good to like bring more
Raise
awareness to the game.
awareness.
Yeah. And they also announced that it's not only going to be on PlayStation, it's also coming to Xbox One, which I thought is very, very interesting on their part. I'm not, well, obviously they want to bring it to more fans, make more money, that's no secret, but I just was very surprised when they announced that.
That was actually made known a really long time ago
Was it?
for the first or second trailer.
Oh, okay, I had no idea.
But I'm glad it's going to other platforms,
Yeah.
But like PC.
except PC. Yeah. I want a PC. That'd be fun.
People would mod the shit out of that game, holy. It put like the Avengers and stuff in there. That'd be cool. So when
Speaking
is
of Avengers,
when is that release date? It's like January 29th or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cuckoo.
Sorry, what
Oh,
was it?
really?
Speaking of Avengers,
They didn't mention any of the Avengers game.
Rocksteady didn't say shit.
I'm so sad.
They are working on a game though that they said.
Oh yeah, they got some project, but like
it's
nothing
secret.
said or anything.
Secret.
Rocksteady and Warner Brothers only announced Hitman 2, and that was about it. I can't think of anything else that they talked about. That was about it.
For
during the-
Rocksteady?
Yeah.
No, Rocksteady wasn't even there.
Well, like Warner Brothers, their publisher, talked about Hitman
Yeah.
2. That was about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Hmm.
I don't know. It just felt like I don't know. We were all expecting something from them. A lot of people were.
Mhm.
I think they should obviously like tweet or like put some kind of internet post out saying that nothing is to come at E3 this year, cuz like they left a lot of fans disappointed, I'm not going to lie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. They left a lot of fans kind of disappointed there. What else was announced at the Square Enix thing? They had Captain. Oh, what's the name of that game? It's like a Life is Strange 2 engine game.
Oh.
Captain something. That little boy pretending he's a superhero.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Right. I think that game is cute. I think it would be a very enjoyable game if you like a story and stuff like that. Because in the
Yeah.
trailer, it seemed like his dad was like going through like problems with death or alcohol or something like that, and you know, that life stuff you can relate to, and like games, if you can relate to the audience, that's a good way to capture them. So I think that'll be a good game. Nothing on the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I was super surprised actually.
Yeah, that's crazy
They
that
left
they're not.
a lot of fans empty there too.
They're not any information.
Yeah, like zero, not even mentioning it. One thing I wasn't very happy with also was Shadow of the Tomb Raider. They showed gameplay, and it seemed pretty similar to like the original Tomb Raider game, and it was only 3 minutes long, and that's all they really showed. It was like a very basic stealth level.
When's the release date for that?
I think September.
September 14th.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming very, very soon. I don't know, I just felt like they were lacking on that, and they could have done so much more.
Yeah.
Well, does anyone have anything to add to the Square Enix conference, or shall we move on?
I think that's it.
Cricket,
Yeah, I'm
cricket.
I don't think
Alright.
there's anything else.
I don't think so, unless you want to rant and rave about Kingdom Hearts, Thomas.
I don't think we have time for that.
We got lots of time. You go ahead.
It looks gorgeous, and I'm happy that they have a release date. I just hope they don't delay it again.
Juan and I think they're gonna delay it again.
They're gonna delay it again.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, is there anything that you really, really want in the game that wasn't in previous games, or was that you want them to continue using?
I know this is really stupid, but I would love an Avengers world or something. I think that would just be a lot of fun.
It's not stupid. It's
That's not
Disney.
stupid.
I don't know.
That's like including Star Wars in there and all that. It's all their franchises.
I just want a good ending to the trilogy-ish, if you can even call it a trilogy, because there's so many more games than 3.
Do you
Yeah,
Is
feel
it supposed
Well,
to end?
It's
after
a
this?
trilogy and multiple spin-offs.
Well, this is the ending of this story arc.
Mhm.
Apparently, they're going to make more Kingdom Hearts games, but this is going to be the one that build off the story since Kingdom Hearts 1. So I just want it to end well, and that's all I can say.
What if they leave you hanging at the end of the third one and you're just like, what the fuck?
Then you can say what the fuck.
I wouldn't be
and-
surprised.
Is Disney sneaky like that or not really?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the Kingdom Hearts story is just really convoluted and confusing. So if something odd like that were to happen, I wouldn't be shocked.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So nothing will surprise you really. You can just expect it all.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Well, hopefully they do a good job with it, because the hype is totally there, and lots of people are already holding on to that hope that it will be a fantastic game. But otherwise, Square Enix didn't really touch on too much. They kind of had a very short, sad conference, unfortunately. Kingdom Hearts 3 looks amazing. Rest of the games, they really need to ante it up. But onto the Ubisoft stuff. So actually, they had a pretty strong conference, I gotta say. They showed a wide variety of games, lots of open world stuff, lots of new gameplay mechanics, and also old ones that they improved upon from previous games.
Especially that Just Dance 2018,
19.
2019.
Oh,
Get it right, man.
you guys all
Can
owe
we
me.
just move on from 20 to just move on from Just Dance in general, especially for it being on Wii.
And call it just give up.
So you're telling Just Dance to just move on?
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds good to me. Oh, by the way, you guys all owe me $50,000 because Just Dance 2019 is coming out for the Wii.
I second that.
You
Did
said
we make a
nothing
bet?
last time.
Did we make a
You
bet
said
that I
you-
wasn't aware of?
No.
You just want
Well,
money?
I just said that last time, and then someone was like, "That's a lot of money. Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." But yeah, they're still developing for the Wii and the 360.
That's crazy.
That's stupid. I don't even know who.
I'd like to know the number of sales.
I do too, actually. It'd be very
Like
interesting.
10.
How many do you think there are? 10. Wow.
10 sales.
Yeah, very interesting. And I'm glad that they got it done and out of the way at the very start of the conference. So
Yeah.
we didn't have to cringe later on. Actually, that was a lot of the performances in the conferences. They had musical stuff at the start and then moved on straight to the games. So good on Ubisoft for doing that. But yeah, they announced a lot of good games this year. So we got well, beyond Good and Evil 2, they only showed like alpha gameplay. They're still way into developing that. That won't be for a long, long time. But they also had Just Dance 2019. That's not gameplay shit. We got The Division 2. We had more For Honor and Rainbow Six Siege DLC. We had Skull and Bones. We had what else do we have? The Crew 2. We also had the new Assassin's Creed. Holy shit, that thing looks beautiful. Whew. Like, it seems like they built off of the Assassin's Creed Origins formula and engine, because the world just seems very vibrant and filled with everything to do. Very lived in, not an empty open world. So I think that'll be a very, very good game on release.
I agree. I like that ancient Roman era, so it has been excited.
Yeah, the ancient Greece era is very interesting to take on. There's a lot of
Greece.
story stuff you can do.
Totally.
If you watch gameplay or the trailers for it, like, it seems very similar to The Witcher and stuff like that, with the dialogue and just the style of the world too. I like it. It seems like a very, very strong game, and they said that they had like 3 years to develop this, so I'm glad that they really took their time.
They better not mess it up.
Well, Origins was very, very good, so I can't see this being worse than that game. Like, it looks, like I said, the world looks more lived in and more intricate and vibrant than the previous one.
Hmm.
No, with like the Division 2 and stuff like that, it seems pretty similar to like the last one. Just another grindy multiplayer game. I don't really think
They're adding raids to it, and I'm really interested to see how they manage to do these raids.
What do you mean raids? Like with a boss, or like, explain what a raid is.
That I can't. I don't know how to explain a raid.
What do you do, and what is the goal?
The goal is to complete the raid. You usually have a large fire team that goes to a location, run through a chain of bosses until you reach the final boss, and then you get a good amount of loot.
So a mission,
So like a dungeon mission?
a fungeon.
A really, well, a decently long mission, dungeon mission.
Interesting. It seems that the setting is at Washington, D.C., which is an interesting take, because they got lots of nukes and they got lots of Donald Trumps there, so it'll be very, very fun to play there. What else do we have? Ooh, Starlink. Juan was very, very interested in this game.
Starlink with the
Apparently not.
collectibles.
Yeah, the collectibles and stuff
Eh.
like that. They it seems like half No Man's Sky, half I don't know. Like,
Half,
Are we talking? Are we talking Starlink?
yeah.
Hey, that game looks great. I'm
And
excited.
there's also
Looks like a money grab.
a
money
Star
grab.
Fox
What?
additional DLC thing you can have.
There's Star Fox in it, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, if you have the Switch though.
True.
That's true.
So get a Switch.
Or you could just build your the thing that it
your own.
has where you just build your ship outside of the game, and then you will also implement it into the game while also like in the middle of like say a battle. It's pretty cool. Although we'll see how tedious that gets.
Should be interesting.
I'm excited
You
for
sound
it.
you sound so excited, Marco.
Oh man, you can't see the excitement on my face.
I think someone was just a little bit someone's holding a grudge because they spent $70 on No Man's Sky day one.
66.
Your fault.
Meanwhile, I just picked it up last week for $15. Woohoo!
Oh.
Apparently they fixed a lot of shit though, and multiplayer's coming to No Man's Sky, so hopefully they fix the
I
game,
mean,
and I'm gonna enjoy it more than Marco
Technically,
did.
multiplayer has been for a while, but it's just shit. Anyways, don't get me started on No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah. Very interesting. So who is ready for the Assassin's Creed 4 remake? Skull and Bones.
What? Skull and Bones? Oh baby.
Ooh, pirates. Yeah.
Skull and
So it
Bones
looks
is
like
gonna
a mix
kill-
of Destiny and The Division, but with pirates.
say
Except it's
bye-bye
only
to
ships,
Sea of
like-
Thieves.
Jordan and I talked about it before, how it might only just be the boat gameplay, and if it's just that, then it would probably get really old really quick.
Yeah.
So
well,
you mean like Sea of Thieves?
kind of, but Sea of Thieves you can actually go on land and explore islands and dungeons. Skull and Bones you can't.
Well, maybe.
From
But-
what they've revealed, it's
yeah, from what
only
they've revealed.
boats.
They've only shown boat gameplay. Yeah, like Juan came over to watch the Ubisoft conference with me, and we were talking about it. And I said I'm interested in the game, but I'm not gonna buy it, and I think it would get repetitive if it was just ship gameplay. Unless it's like super amazing and addictive, like say for example like Call of Duty Zombies, their formula and stuff like that, how you can play that over and over again without getting sick of it. But like, I don't know, I just feel like it looks too repetitive.
I feel like it also matters if you have friends.
Definitely. Sea of Thieves too. Like you can't really play that by yourself. You can, but you'll get sick of it pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Alright. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the Ubisoft stuff. Unless you guys want to talk about the Crew
Did we
2.
talk about Trials Rising?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So they got a new Trials game, the motorbike game, and Juan and I were laughing at the trailer because the cyclists were like just wiping out and stuff like that. But like I mean, I haven't played too much Trials myself, but it does look like a super fun party game, a couch game to play with your friends and stuff like that, which I think we need more of. This generation doesn't seem like there's enough couch games or party games.
Definitely. It like as much as I really like single player adventures, I do also like the party game aspect of other games.
Like, I mean, you take Overwatch, for example. I have it on PS4, but you can't play split screen in LAN party or with a friend online or whatever on a couch if you really, really wanted to. You're only allowed the one screen, and that's about it. Which I think is a little bit pathetic.
Or
There's a-
Fortnite, because that also needs multiple screens.
I agree. I think it should have at least 2-player split screen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have Treyarch with Black Ops 3. They got 4-player split screen, but you get to go to World War II for Call of Duty, and it's just 2, and I don't understand why they did that.
There is a co-op game I'm excited for, but we'll talk about that when the time comes around.
Is there a time that will come up for this?
When we talk about the Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Okay, I'm
Well,
excited to hear all the
might as well move
fanboys
on.
piss their pants when we get to Nintendo. That'll be a lot of fun. For Juan and Nathaniel and Thomas, if you guys want to play the Crew 2 beta, that actually starts June 21st, and you can preload it right now. I have mine preloaded, and I'm gonna be playing it, trying it out. It looks very, very
Which
cool.
games are?
The Crew
Crew
2.
2? Oh, okay.
I have you can install the beta right now, but you can't play it until June 21st.
Driving.
Oh yeah,
I'll
you got your
pass.
license recently, Thomas. How's
I
how's
did.
driving?
Oh, congrats.
Thanks.
Did Grand Theft Auto 5 teach you anything?
Don't get
Yeah.
arrested.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You can drive away from the cops, right?
You just have to hide from them. But
Yeah.
safe driving. Congrats on getting your license. And
Thanks.
Yeah.
if you are gonna try the Crew 2, then be careful. No, but I'm just really excited for it because like it's also got boats and airplanes and other stuff too that the first Crew game did not have.
Planes, trains, and
Trains, planes, and
automobiles.
automobiles. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. But yeah, it should be pretty dang good, and I'm very, very excited for that. Alright, well, I guess that's it for Ubisoft, unless anyone wants to throw something else on the table.
No, I don't have really.
I love these awkward pauses, it's great! Okay, so I wanted to kind of talk about this last just because it was one of the greatest things of E3, but I
Oh,
want
I
to
know
save
where
the
this is
last
going.
three for last, so we're gonna jump into Bethesda's conference.
Didn't
Man, that was there was a lot of stuff that they talked about and announced, and oh, it was great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That band, though.
who did not watch that conference? Everyone watched
I
it?
watched the last half.
I saw some of it.
Okay, well, the first half they talked about Rage 2, Doom sequel, and Wolfenstein's new game.
Doom.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm actually very excited for the Doom sequel. I
I
think
want more.
was it Juan that said last week that there might not be a Doom sequel?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was the one who I was wrong. I was so wrong.
That actually caught me off by surprise because I wasn't expecting it either. But even though I have not played the first Doom, I'm a big fan of like the Quake games, so I'm excited to see the Doom sequel. It'll be very, very cool. Rage 2, it looks like a mix of Doom and like Mad Max and open world stuff. It looks very, very polished for gameplay wise, actually. Very smooth when you're switching between guns and taking on enemies, and I like that. But otherwise, yeah, that band at the start. What's the name of that guy? I forget his name. It's like, oh, whatever. Anyways,
I didn't see
he
it.
put on
I
a
don't
decent
know.
show, but like either the crowd was like really, really into it, or they just didn't give two fucks about the performance. They're just sitting there with blank faces. Like, E3 should not be having cameramen film the audience's reaction when it comes to performances like that. Just leave it out. So after Rage 2, they announced the Doom sequel, and Juan, you played the first Doom game, right?
I did.
And are you interested in the sequel?
I am very much interested. There looks to be like a different assortment of demons slash different variants of the same types of demons. I'm interested to see how it plays out, and also the story, and also just killing everything in my way.
Is this a remake of an
Oh.
older Doom game, or is it a new
It's
thing?
a remake of the older Doom, of like the first Doom game. You know, like the 8-bit stuff.
Like, they use the same engine from like the 80s and 90s, but it's super polished up, and you know the graphics look amazing for this generation.
It was one of the first games to have multi-level, multi-level
Multi 3D
place-
stages.
places in
Yeah.
their game. That's the word I was trying to look for.
Yes, they had multiple 3D stages. Otherwise, there were games like Duke Nukem that only had like one stage at a time that was 3D. And,
Or the original Wolfenstein, where it was
Right.
3D, but it didn't have depth.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So yeah, I'm excited for that. When I first saw the trailer, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was like for a mobile shit, but
Yeah.
it looks very interesting. It looks like hell's risen over, and monsters are everywhere, as Doom should be. So Doom sequel and another Wolfenstein game. When I saw this Wolfenstein stuff, I thought it was a DLC for the second game, but it's actually gonna be its brand new game. Apparently, it's focusing on the two daughters of the main character in Wolfenstein 2, and it's going to carry into the 1980s, which is actually very, very modern compared to the first Wolfenstein because it takes place in a 1950s Nazi-run world. So it'll be cool to see the twists and turns in a more modern society of Nazis. So that's
Yeah.
a new game coming out. I've only played the first Wolfenstein. Got to play the second one. But it's a very fun game, and it's very similar to Doom, from what I've seen anyways. There's the whole first-person aspect. Is there anybody interested in Prey in this call, or not really?
No.
It looks to be like a fun time. As much, well, I mean, I didn't play Prey, but I would at this point now.
Yeah, because they announced a whole bunch of new DLC for Prey, and a whole prop hunt thing, and a whole, like, moon mission-esque type adventure game. Looks pretty cool,
Yeah,
actually.
Definitely didn't steal Prop Hunt from anywhere.
I do have to say, from hearing how other people have played the DLC, it sounds like a really fun time, and also pretty difficult.
Well, what they said was that each time you restart, it's a whole new, unique, quote-unquote, simulation.
Well, that's true, but also the main story portion of it, where you have the 5 guys that you are being simulated into, and you have to do all 5 in one go, otherwise you restart at the beginning. But like with each restart, you do still get like some perks or something like that.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I was talking about just like how different enemies will spawn in different locations, and it's not the same. Like, no two games are ever the same. Like
Yeah.
Minecraft, but yeah.
Oh,
I love Minecraft.
Who was surprised that Microsoft did not announce any Minecraft shit this year?
Not me.
You weren't
I
surprised?
don't really care.
That's the spirit, Nathaniel. Okay, so we talked about the Prey DLC. That should be good, even though no one's interested in this call. So afterwards, Bethesda
I'm interested.
Bethesda
Yeah,
memed
no one's
themselves.
interested in this call.
Ooh, snap! Bethesda memed themselves. They announced
That was like a
Skyrim,
highlight of
a very
E3.
special edition for Amazon
I'm
Echo.
so excited for that. I can't wait.
I'm
you-
gonna get Alexa just for that.
Did you know that they're actually making that a thing?
No, actually.
Yeah,
Wait,
it-
wait,
wait,
it-
they
it-
are.
it's
Someone
it- it-
explain. I didn't see that part.
What?
Did you not see? What's his name? Keanu Reeves? No.
No.
What's,
No.
Oh,
what's his name?
Why'd you
Peel?
say?
Peel.
No, it's Key.
Key.
This one's Key.
Key.
The other one's Peel.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
this
Okay.
celebrity. Okay, do you want to just watch
No,
it together?
he needs to watch
Okay,
it.
we need to
yeah.
watch it.
Send me a link.
Okay.
Okay.
it.
Here, I'll text it to you.
I'll
you're-
watch it. in a
No,
bit.
we're
I
gonna
won't
play
watch
it through
right
the
now, but-
speakers, and everyone's
okay.
gonna watch it with us.
Okay. You're texting it to me?
I sent it on Discord chat.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
but-
send it over iMessage and thing.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, paste, send, and sending, and sending. But it's very, very funny. I really loved it. Okay,
Yes.
okay, play it
Yes.
through your speakers, because I'm sure people listening to this podcast have seen it already and know exactly what you're looking at there.
Got him. Alright, let's take a peep.
But the rest
Let
of
me
us
know
have
when
seen
you're
it already, right?
Zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, count us down.
Oh, we're okay. Okay. I
We'll
see.
watch it together.
Okay, hold up.
We'll get those ads out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love it how they
Alright.
accepted that it was a meme and just went with their own thing here in this
Okay.
video.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
The Elder Scrolls speak of the past and the future. Now, Skyrim looks to the future, to its ultimate version. Alexa, play Skyrim.
You're level 57 and sit all snow.
Climate. Now, Skyrim and life become one.
A mud crab scuttles towards us.
Fusroda!
I didn't catch that.
Fusroda!
I didn't quite catch that.
No, Fusroda!
What happened?
Push Roda. The command for knocking things over.
Is there a command for picking shit up?
Haven't reached that level yet.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens. The dragon unleashes fire breath on you.
Okay.
You have 7% health left.
Oh shit. I drink a health potion.
You are out of health potions.
How many wheels of cheese do I have left?
473.
Okay, I eat all the cheese. I eat all of
Hey, what the doctor said about dairy.
Yes. Right, yes, of course. You're the greatest. Thank you so much. I ate all of the cheese.
Introducing Skyrim, very special edition. Also, coming soon to Fetch a Sketch, Motorola Pages, and your Samsung Smart.
Oh, that's cool.
So good.
Very good.
Huh?
I would
What'd you
love
think?
to play Skyrim on my fridge.
I'm getting it on my fridge.
That's good. I'm very
They're-
excited
they're
for the
releasing
fridge.
it on the fridge, right? Yeah,
It's,
of course
it's
they are.
unfortunately it's only 480p resolution, but the fridge should be fun anyways.
Just keep opening and closing the fridge, hoping that something appears.
You know, I wasn't expecting cheese wheels. I was expecting sweet rolls, but it's all good. It's still a lot of cheese.
Yeah, so that was a
Cool.
highlight.
I'm sure you guys have done that in Skyrim, though, Marco and Thomas and Juan, where you like just don't want to use a potion. You just eat like 28 potatoes at once.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sounds healthy.
True.
And somehow the weight disappears. Doesn't go to your stomach or anything. But yeah,
Sorry.
I thought it was brilliant that how they memed themselves and just accepted it. But yeah, it's
Self-aware.
actually coming to Alexa. It's gonna be a whole voice command game.
That's
That's
great.
hilarious.
So it's gonna be like the text game Zork, where you say "Go north" or "Use wooden sword" or whatever. It'd be very cool.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, that too.
You died of dysentery. Anyways,
Man. I hope
Moving on
there's
to
no-
other Bethesda.
So, something that caught my attention, like we were all expecting it, but I was really not expecting to be like drawn into it, was Fallout 76. I was just expecting another simple Fallout game in a different setting, but with the whole multiplayer aspect and the building stuff and the raiding things, I'm gonna
And
get
the
it day
nukes.
one.
I'm scared.
You're scared?
Yeah. Because we'll just be like fucking around, and all of a sudden we'll hear like the air raid, and we'll be like, oh, there goes all our stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how that works. Cause one, I'm wondering how many players are gonna be on the server. Todd Howard said there will only be a few dozen, cause you want to keep it like a wasteland, not like a city or an amusement park. He said, so very low population. But that's the thing though. Like, aren't you gonna be discouraged to build if anybody can nuke it?
sounds like Minecraft.
Yeah.
But then again, it does sound that it's pretty hard to obtain those nuclear codes.
Actually, yeah, now that one mentions it, I bet you it's gonna be a long, tedious process to find all the nuke codes. Because he said that he said that they're gonna be like split up across the world, and it's gonna be hard to obtain. Like if you watch the Vault Boy videos, he needed his friend's nuke codes to put with his so he can launch a nuke. But yeah,
Some dickhead will find them all and just like blow everything up.
yeah. So I think it'll be fun, and I think nukes won't happen too often. But yeah, I'll be a little bit discouraged to build just for the simple fact that I don't want to work super hard on something and have it destroyed immediately.
Yeah.
But they did say that the world is going to be 4 times bigger than Fallout 4, which I think is impressive because one, that's going to be Bethesda's biggest world ever, and two, with the low population, it might be very hard to run into other players actually. So I hope they have AI in the game, like monsters and other villagers and NPCs.
I'm sure they will too.
So Nathaniel's already pre-ordered the game. He's gonna be playing the beta. I'm probably gonna pre-order too because I want to play the beta and try it out with him. I don't really know what else to tag on top of that besides the fact that it's a big step for Bethesda to be doing multiplayer stuff. They have Elder Scrolls Online, but this is a step in a different direction.
Speaking of Elder Scrolls, they have
we
Elder
didn't
Scrolls
talk about Elder
Blade.
Scrolls.
But
Yeah,
looks
we
like we were all
did.
wrong.
We talked about Elder Scroll or Skyrim, the special edition.
Very special edition.
Do we
Oh,
owe
what?
Marco $5 or something?
Nah.
No,
No.
okay, we're not there. I want to talk
I
about
was
Elder Scrolls
expecting it.
Blades. I want to talk about Elder Scrolls Blades.
I do too, actually. Marco, would you like to start us off though? Because I've been starting every topic off.
Well, I think it's an interesting approach because it's free, but I just don't know what the depth to it is. Also, if there's like microtransactions,
There will
that'll
be.
be interesting. Yeah, if it's free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there has to be microtransactions.
I think it's interesting how like it'll be cross-platform, how you can play that version of the game. Like someone could be playing on a cell phone in the office while some other person plays it with a VR headset at home, which
Mhm.
I think is
Yeah.
super weird. And I wonder how intricate the graphics could get on a mobile device. I mean, mobile processors have gone super, super good, and you can play fucking Fortnite on a phone now, but it's...
Can you though?
Yeah. Well, not on your PC, Nathaniel. The phone's better
No,
than your
no.
PC. But yeah,
That's
I'm excited for Elder Scrolls Blades. The gameplay
Yeah,
that they
that'll be-
showed, it seems pretty simple and straightforward.
I think it'll be fun just to like, oh, you're on the bus or you're in the car and
That's
just pick
true.
it up and play for a couple minutes. You can be offline, right? Hopefully, and play it and
Yeah, hopefully.
just get that Elder Scrolls fix while you wait for the next 5 years for Elder 6,
Yeah.
which is confirmed now. Aha.
I think it's a good step in the right direction. I mean, like what they did with Fallout Shelter for the phone, that's a very simple mobile game, but they're going more in depth with this, with Elder Scrolls Blades.
Mhm.
I like it how it's going to be on multiple platforms, like mobile consoles and VR stuff.
Mhm.
But you can only go
Hopefully.
so far in depth with mobile, though. I mean, is it going to be like a 16 gigabyte application, or?
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. But phones are getting better, and I don't know. I think it might be.
I
Might
think
be.
I think it will be a small success, but like obviously they gotta nail it, and
But I don't know. You
add new
say
stuff
small
into.
success. They said that their what was it? The Fallout Shelter. There's like 120 million people that downloaded it, right?
Really?
Which is, yeah, that's what they said on the conference. So which is their biggest, best, I guess, like exposure that they had, right?
Yeah, I guess
so-
so.
I think that's what they're going for here. Just lots of exposure for Elder Scrolls. For once Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, they'll have more people who would be like casual players that will want to join the main story. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good way to get new people into it. Like, I mean, with Fallout 76 and all this new Fallout Shelter stuff, Nathaniel wasn't really, he's never played a Fallout game before, but now he's, like, really interested in the franchise and everything. So I'm gonna lend him Fallout 4, he's gonna play that, and get 76 and everything, and yeah, Bethesda's got themselves a new fan.
Yeah, no, I've been playing Fallout Shelter for the past couple of days on my phone as well, and I'm having a lot of fun with it actually.
It's good to
Nice.
hear.
I might have to pick it up now.
Yeah,
It's actually a pretty simple time killer. The game is very easy to get into, and
yeah.
it's a good time killer. If, like you said, you're on the bus or whatever. I mean, we all drive, but yeah, it's a good time killer if you're at school and don't want to pay fuck all attention. But yeah, no, I'm glad Bethesda's taking risks like that with multiplayer and mobile stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's good to reach out to different audiences for sure. Starfield.
All right, now we can. Okay, fine. Sorry.
We're getting to Elder Scrolls 6. Just chill.
I really want there to be space-related stuff in Starfield.
I hope it's like.
You do or you don't?
Like, no, like, I want there to be off-planet stuff.
Oh, you mean like flying around?
Possibly.
Oh, they'll for sure be flying around.
I hope
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will.
I hope it's everything that No Man's Sky was supposed to be. That's what I hear, though. I heard someone say it's like they're doing like procedurally generated like planets and stuff like that. So
I don't know about that. I feel like they'll already have the world kind of built, for the most part.
but it has to be open world, right?
Well,
Open universe.
it doesn't have to be. It can be a very wide linear game like Wolfenstein or Dishonored.
Yeah.
But then again, you're in outer space. I can't see why they wouldn't do open world.
I'm just happy that they're making a new IP and it's sci-fi. That makes
Yeah,
me
that's very
happy.
true. Do you know if it's
Yeah.
gonna be the same engine or?
I have no idea.
I feel like they should try to do a different engine. If they're gonna be what is it? It's most likely gonna be on next generation, right? So.
It for sure will be. They said that it will be.
Okay. Yeah, because they didn't show shit for it. Just a 30-second teaser.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be interesting, and I hope they come up with a very intricate story for it and great open world to explore. And like Juan said, lots of space exploration. Because I'm personally fascinated with astrology and space and stuff like that. It'd be very, very cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Marco, now your time to shine.
What? All right. Can I say that I was right? Can I say?
Well, I
that?
never said you were
No.
gonna be wrong. I was expecting it too, but yes.
But to be fair, it's not going to release anytime soon.
No.
I'll
probably
give it 2 or 3 years.
No. Okay, listen. They said it's for sure next. I figured this out. It's next gen for sure. The soonest next gen is coming is 2020,
20.
probably 2021.
I'm guessing
and then
2020.
Starfield is probably going to be like releasing with the console or the next year after that, and then Elder Scrolls is after that. So we're looking at minimum 4 years or 3 years, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. So it's a while.
You don't think it'll come out
ways.
till 2022?
I think 2022 is a safe bet.
I'm gonna
I
guess.
think might 23.
I'm guessing 2021, just because 10 years after release. But, like, I think that's a safe passage of time to assume that there will be a release date. Like,
I think that's ambitious personally, but that's okay.
what, you think that's too soon?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see next E3, because next E3 they'll start announcing that timeline. So once that's out, I think we'll have a better idea.
I highly doubt they would announce a game now if they weren't sure it would be coming out in the next 2 years. We might even see 2020, as close
What
as
about
that sounds.
what about Final Fantasy VII?
Well, that's
Kingdom
not
Hearts
that's not
3?
Bethesda. Bethesda's
Oh.
not a bunch of liars.
No, they're not liars. they just put the title screen so people would relax. Like, yeah.
I don't
people-
think anyone relaxed. I think everyone was excited.
Yeah, well, people relax that they're actually making the game and not that they forgot about it.
How could they forget about it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. People are afraid of.
Yeah. No, I get what
Anyways.
you mean. But
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's very exciting news. Who is it that said that there wouldn't be an Elder Scrolls 6 announcement?
Juan.
Yeah,
I think I did.
Classic one.
Classic Thomas.
To be fair, though, it's not coming anytime soon. So
But they announced
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it's not coming anytime soon.
Yeah. I'm expecting it sooner than later because I feel like they wouldn't be dragging it out across 3 conferences, if that makes sense. I think it'll come sooner than we think.
Maybe.
I don't know, it just seems like
We'll see,
Bethesda
we'll
isn't
see.
the type of person to be talking about Elder Scrolls 6 for 3 conferences in a row and not announce a release date, if that makes sense.
Honestly, I don't think they'll talk about it at next E3 at all, and then maybe the one after that they will. But
Maybe. I can see that.
yeah, but we'll see.
Because whenever they announce or talk about a new title coming out, it normally comes out within 6 months, like their Fallout games and Wolfenstein and Dishonored and stuff like that. Dishonored 2, they announced the year of, and it came out the year of. But yeah. Otherwise, Elder Scrolls 6 coming out, and damn, it's exciting.
The hype is real.
I can hear it in your voice. Alright, well, shall we move on to... Okay, I was gonna say let's move on to Nintendo, but let's get Microsoft shit done and out of the way. So, Microsoft's conference was good, I would say, but they didn't have a lot of stuff exclusive to themselves. At the very start, they announced that they had 18 exclusives, but that half of them you could play on PC, and then another
half
5...
of them, the other half for driving games.
And yeah, that, and another 5 of them were timed exclusive, so you could play it later on PS4 anyways. So it kind of made them look a little weak, not gonna lie. It's like, here's games coming out for Xbox, but to the PlayStation fans too, here you go. I don't know. There was so many third-party games announced at the Microsoft conference, it was pretty much the whole show.
Including Cuphead.
That's not third-party. That's
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah, it is.
well, it's Microsoft exclusive. It's for PC and Xbox.
But it is an indie game.
Yeah. Wait, what's your point?
I'm saying that it's third party.
Oh, okay. Well, they just announced DLC. It wasn't even anything special. But,
It looks like it's gonna be a riot.
because they added one character.
Alright,
They're gonna be
yeah,
adding
yeah.
another
Okay.
tile.
Okay, well, let's move on to a different game announced at Microsoft. Let's take a look at the list. What do they have? They had, oh, yeah, they showed some exclusives. So, like, Halo was at the very, very start. I don't think that was a good idea on their part, though. Should have put it later in the conference, because I feel like it was kind of buried under the other games.
Yeah.
Like, I get it's
But
just...
then again, they didn't show much about it. All they did was show, oh hey, here's Master Chief, and it's also on a new engine.
I get they were showing off the new engine and wildlife and stuff like that, but still, I think that would have been something more hype for the end of the conference, you know?
True.
But I just feel like it was more deserving than to be at the start and not be buried underneath everything else. But, yeah. So they had that. They had Gears of War 5. They had Forza. Well, Forza actually looks pretty cool. It's similar to The Crew. The whole leveling up system and the seasons and all that looks cool.
Actually, yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. Even though I'm never gonna play it, I still was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
But you can't play it, unfortunately. It would be something I'd be interested in getting, but we can't.
I'd get it on sale.
To not play it on Xbox.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah. And what was their fourth exclusive? I forgot. Halo, Gears, Forza, and something else. Cuphead. I don't know. Anyways, they had just those exclusives and the rest were third-party games. So we had, like, Devil May Cry 5, Dying Light 2, which looks very, very cool, actually. The whole... It looks similar to Mirror's Edge, actually. The whole parkour, open-world, zombie apocalypse type shit. That would be very cool to see. We also had Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It actually looks pretty similar to... Looks similar to Souls games, actually.
Maybe the same people.
Oh, it's made by the same people?
Yep.
Okay, well, there you go. Are you gonna... Like, are you interested in that, Thomas, or...?
Yep. They said that they're moving off from the Souls formula, so it's not going to be an RPG anymore.
It seems more
I trust
story-driven.
them, but yeah, it's going to be more story-driven.
That'll be cool.
So it's going to be different from Souls, but I trust them, so I'm still going to definitely get it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good.
What about the fact that Activision's publishing it?
I've heard that Activision has little to no control. They're just distributing it, so I'm not too worried.
Watch them put
But
supply
I'll-
drops in the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the news.
The
But as of
news,
now, I'm definitely getting it.
this just in, it has supply drops.
No!
That would
Shut
suck.
your whore mouth.
That would suck, actually. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did do it, though. Just saying.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. There was also Metro Exodus. That's the new Metro game coming out. It looks very gorgeous. Holy. Never played a Metro game, but it does look super damn beautiful. And to wrap up their conference, they had Cyberpunk 2077, and
Baby.
that trailer was wicked. I love that. It looks like a super vibrant world, and like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, very lived in. And like The Witcher also, lots of NPCs. It's something to do everywhere, something to look at. It doesn't feel like an empty world. And apparently it's also in first person. I haven't seen any gameplay though, just the trailer. Has anybody seen gameplay of it or just the trailer?
No,
I
I
think
think
there
it's
hasn't
just
been any
the
gameplay for
trailer.
it.
Is there even gameplay?
Some
don't
people are saying that there's like 45 minutes of gameplay somewhere. Or unless that was just at E3 and they weren't allowed to show it.
Probably, I think that's what it was.
But it does look super, super cool. And the fact that CD Projekt is actually doing like a first person type thing. I don't know. I don't think it'll ruin the game. But it'll be very,
Yeah.
very different from anything they've created before.
It looks like there was like, because IGN has a review of like their thoughts of the gameplay, but I don't think any footage of it.
Mm.
So it was probably behind
Keeping it a
closed doors.
secret.
Yeah.
Wow. I really wanted a release date though.
Yeah, that's another one where it's like, I don't know, it might be coming. That's the thing. It might be coming like within the next year, or it might be within the next 3 years. It's really-
I think next year. I think 2019 fall.
I also heard rumors that they were like getting ready for a lot of advertisement, like a big advertisement campaign. So soon. So it might be sooner rather than later.
You know, by looking from the trailer and from talking about Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, this could definitely be one of the games that should wait until the next generation of consoles. Just because it looks so vibrant and everything. And so
Yeah, it
lived
might
in.
be.
But
It might be next
I think it'll come out for this generation. We've been waiting since 2013, so
Mhm.
can't see them waiting or making us wait too much longer. But yeah, I think that was a good solid way to end off the Microsoft conference, even though it wasn't their IP. It was a very solid move by them, and they got everyone hyped and excited.
Mhm.
I guess that's it for Microsoft. Wow. Okay. So, fun fact: last week we talked about Microsoft's conference for 4 minutes, and this time it was like 8 minutes. So, good job, everybody. We did very good. So let's
I think we spent longer on EA this time around.
Complaining.
Actually, fun fact: we spent 50 minutes talking about third-party games last week. It was a long time, just talking about Rocksteady shit and all the other stuff we wanted to see. All right, let's get some fanboys riled up and go into the Nintendo shit.
Huh? Someone seen Nintendo?
Okay, Nathaniel, you can leave. Come back in half an hour.
All right, see you guys.
No, I think Nathaniel wants to
Oh, I
stay
think
and
it's going
grab
to
his
be more than
popcorn.
half an hour about what we're about to talk.
No,
guys,
I'm
guys,
just
guys,
about to
but
roast.
listen, but Fork and Knife is available on the Switch now.
I'm very happy for you. Are you gonna buy it?
Cool. I
Fork
can
and
get
Knife?
fork and knives in my freaking drawer, dude.
Fork and Knife is available now for free.
Woo!
It always was.
Anyways, so at the start
Anyways.
of the Nintendo, at
So
the
the
start of the
couch
Nintendo
co-op
Direct thing, we have Daemon X Machina, which actually looks like a pretty cool game.
Machina. Yeah.
Machina.
Machina.
Who gives a fuck not?
The couch co-op game I was mentioning is Super Mario Party, which comes out on my birthday.
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm
Super
very
Mario
excited
Party.
for
Can you
that.
please get that,
Happy
Thomas?
birthday!
I'm getting it so hard. Oh, thanks, Marco. You're a bit early, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Just 4 months early.
Fortnite also on the Switch is pretty cool.
Oh,
That's
hap-
what I said, Fortnite.
oh, Marco, happy belated by 4 days, by the way.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Oh yeah, I never truly wished you happy birthday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, and your
Happy birthday.
a happy birth, Dad. How
Birthday.
how was your? Well, it's not really a birthday present, but how's the new GTX 1070? How's Witcher?
Oh shit.
Wonderful.
Did you
I
orgasm every time you see Geralt's hair blowing in the wind?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I do.
I'm speechless.
That's good to hear. It's actually interesting. The longer you play Witcher, the longer his hair and beard grow. Fun fact.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Fun fact. Yeah, don't give him a haircut. It'll look weird.
You can give him a haircut?
I don't know how, but you can. Thomas should know how.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Actually, I bought Thomas's Witcher copy off of him. But
Back to Nintendo.
back to Nintendo. Super Mario Party. I really want to play it. It looks fun.
Except for a missing character that everyone.
That's
seems
not
to-
even the right game,
That,
Nathaniel.
we're not
Wrong game, man.
we're
Come
not
on, just-
talking about
You know
that
what?
yet.
Quiet.
That's how much I
However-
care.
However, Super Mario Party, like they finally got rid of like everybody being in the same boat.
Boat?
Yeah, like
I
Luigi.
like that about it.
Did you guys see how like you could put your game pads together and make like a game
Oh
board?
yeah, that looks
That looks cool. I like that.
that looks very like good.
Now I just need friends with the Switch. Scratch that. Now I just
True.
need friends.
Marco.
Okay, moving on.
Juan.
One doesn't have a Switch, does it?
I thought his brother had it.
My brother does.
Well, there you go. You're friends with his brother.
I
Who
suppose
is
you're correct.
That's true.
That's fair.
Yeah, I like it how you can like make intricate game boards, I guess you could call it, with the pads and everything. Make it different each time. And there was also that like trailer of like those couples camping, playing with the Switch while camping, and it'd be fun while camping and playing in your tent because you can charge it while you're camping.
Honey,
All that stuff while
did
you're
you
camping.
remember the Switch?
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
the Switchblade.
No. The Switch. Dad.
Anyways,
Yeah. Okay,
Now to the game we are all going to talk about.
Yoshi.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
No, before we start that, they didn't announce Yoshi. I'm very, very upset.
triggered.
They didn't talk about Yoshi, period.
No.
Fucking
Yoshi.
racist.
Okay, well, let's go to Smash because that was 75% of their fucking
Smash.
conference.
It was great.
It was too long. They play like
It was
7
great.
games.
It was great.
I disagree. I don't think it was great.
Nathaniel,
Beef coming in.
Oh,
Nathaniel,
oh, really?
Don't be upset
Just-
you missed the conference. You actually did not miss much.
I wasn't upset, but
Oh wait, actually, before we get into Smash, before we get into the big topic, let's talk about Pokemon a little bit, because I think it's cool how you can play with a friend now on the couch.
I wanted them to announce
odd.
or have anything for the next gen, because I'm not too excited for this.
I wanted a Sinnoh remake, but I guess we didn't get that.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
It's like somebody told me that there wasn't going to be anything on it before.
How about they just make a new Pokemon gen that's not boring and
Yu-Gi-Oh?
kind of lame?
What are you saying, Thomas?
Sun and Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon was kind of lackluster. Let's be honest.
Why is it Ultra?
You know, I think it's all about your perspective. You just have a shitty attitude. That's what I expect.
You told me that Ultra Moon wasn't, or Ultra Sun, whichever copy you had, wasn't that great.
Gen 4 is the best Pokemon.
Okay,
Gen
we're not
5
going
is
to
the
talk about
best
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
here 'cause it's not the place. But about the new Pokemon that's coming out, I think it's a great way to bring in.
Hey,
I probably said this already. but
Marco,
it's a
can you
great-
say the titles out loud because it sounds so stupid?
Let's go Pikachu. Let's
go Eevee.
Oh my god. It's like, Grandma, can you get me Pokemon Let's Go Eevee? Let's go what? But yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. I like the whole gameplay mechanics. I'm very excited for the whole couch co-op
I think
Pokemon
think
stuff. But
it
I
looks
think
really
they
nice.
couldn't
it looks
spend
really
one more day on the fucking title. Like, really?
Well, they're trying to get
Let's go Pikachu.
all the people that
Let's
are
go Fairy.
playing
No, Eevee, not Fairy.
No,
Pokemon
Clefairy.
Go. They want all the people who are playing Pokemon Go to
Die.
be watching.
Which is why they called it Let's Go, because it's Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
and they just added the word Let's.
So they're just trying to bring in the new audience.
How about
That's
Pokemon
it.
Go Home?
Sounds like a fun time.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Anyways, back to Smash.
You're welcome.
Okay, yeah, now we can get into Smash.
Smash.
So, I have a question. Why was the Smash shit like 80% of the conference? That was like a whole hour.
Because that's all
Because
they have.
everybody's interested in it.
Nathaniel, I'm not shitting you. They talked about the characters for a full 12 minutes. All of them. Every
They did.
single
Oh,
character.
nice.
They're all back.
They are all
Except
back
for
except
one.
Waluigi.
Yeah,
Rip
I
Waluigi.
love that.
Can I
meme.
get
Yo,
can I get some stuff in the chat here?
If they don't add him, there's gonna be riots.
True. But they did add Ridley, and that was great.
I'm looking
Daisy
for
Ridley?
I'm looking for a link for you, Nathaniel.
I think Waluigi is a higher priority than Ridley.
Oh no, Ridley was the one that almost everybody wanted, and the guy who made Smash Bros was like, "Oh no, we can't add him in. He's way too big." And then they did. So he was not too big.
But yeah, anyways, why I think it's bad is because it's just like a Smash like 2.5, you know? They're just adding all the characters in. They're using same engine from the Wii U. They're not adding a story mode. It's like, You feel me?
I feel you.
True, but I don't think they revealed everything about Smash Bros. The new one yet.
What do you think they didn't reveal aside from like a handful of characters?
Here
I
you
mean,
go,
like
Nathaniel.
we could still get that that adventure mode.
You think there's going to be an adventure mode?
I'd really like there to be an adventure mode.
I'm not gonna
I
lie,
agree,
just by
but-
looking at the gameplay, it looks exactly the same as the one on Wii U.
I agree.
Like I get they reuse some of the maps, but like honestly, the graphics and everything looks exactly
Like
the
the
same.
model.
Besides them adding a
The
decimal,
graphics look improved though.
besides them adding a decimal point to the damage percentage, it's the exact same.
No,
Yeah.
them adding them adding that much more damage to every hit is actually really great for single player battles because that makes them go really quick. Because compared to where you have the multiplayer battles where it's like more than just two people fighting each other, that is quick in its own part because there's already so much going on. But however, when it's just 1v1, there's not much, and then the low damage percentage given is really like makes it slow. So making it have more damage percent per hit makes it go much quicker, akin to what Melee was.
Yeah.
Sure, but like it still looks the same as the one.
So what if it looks the same? This looks the same as the Wii U version, which the Wii U version looked the same as Brawl, which Brawl looked the same version
No,
as
Brawl
Melee,
was
which
pretty
Melee looked
different,
the same
actually.
version as the OG one.
Brawl was an upgrade for Melee.
Brawl was
Brawl was
Brawl was
both an upgrade and a downgrade.
I was underwhelmed by it, to say the least.
Me too.
I was pretty underwhelmed by Nintendo. I wanted Metroid Prime 4 and I wanted next gen Pokemon, but
True.
I'm excited for Super Mario Party. Though.
Yeah, I like Super Mario Party. I just don't like how they made well, not that the fact that they made Smash the main focus, but just the fact that they milked it so fucking hard, and there's not too much different about it. Just the fact that they have all the characters now. Oh, so I think it's very funny how like the Switch now has online voice chat, so now you can yell at fucking 12-year-olds on Fortnite and everything. It's gonna be great. And Pokemon Let's Go. I don't know. I just think it's.
So I guess that's
Well,
everything
I
for
just-
Nintendo then.
Well, I just
Oh,
don't think
thank
voice
God.
chat belongs for the Switch. You know, like maybe in some
No, the Switch
cases,
should
but
have-
That's racist. It's console racist.
no.
Like for instance, in Splatoon 2, if you want to talk over voice chat, you have to use the app on your phone to chat to friends, which is really
Oh. Stupid.
Yeah. Did you guys notice how they kind of dropped the 3DS like last year and this year? Like they don't really give a shit about it anymore.
Yes, that's because they have a console that is also handheld.
I guess, yeah, they're trying to sell that more. I like it how it's already got like 25 million consoles sold, and like Xbox One has only sold like 38 million. I think it'll definitely pass it in sales.
Yeah, me too. Once a new Pokemon comes out.
Okay. Okay, you do you.
Anyways,
Yeah, I think that's enough smashing for today.
That's enough.
You done smashing?
You never have enough
Unless
smashing.
Juan has one last thing to rant about.
don't say that.
Nope, I'm good.
You're good?
Wow.
Wow. Amazing.
Wow.
Whoa.
Shit.
Amazing. All right. Last but not least, the Sony conference.
All right. Well, this was good talking. I'm gonna go now.
Likewise. All right, bye guys.
Oh, thank
I love
God.
how
Alright, let's
Marco
go.
came over to watch the Sony conference and he didn't give a shit
I'm
about
just,
it.
I'm just kidding. It was actually it was it was up there.
It was weird at times. I found the pacing really, really weird because they used multiple venues to show off their games. Like the Last of Us tent at the start, and then they went to a different location.
Really?
So, oh, you didn't watch it, Nathaniel?
I was working, remember?
Right.
I was able to came over.
Well, I thought you watched the highlight stuff.
No.
But, anyway.
I watched all the trailers.
Oh, okay.
But-
Well, okay,
yeah.
then I guess you didn't miss much, but like, so yeah, they showed Last of Us stuff, and then there's like a long pause between stuff before they got back into the conference. They had to move people to a different location, so I thought that kind of broke up the
weird.
conference. But besides that, I thought it was a very strong conference. Like they showed off gameplay for all 4 of the main games that they wanted to. So Ghost of Tsushima, Death
Looks so
Stranding,
good.
Last of Us, and Spider-Man. All the games look really, really good.
hmm
Let's start with Last of Us 2, because that was like the very first.
Oh,
What?
I am so ready for The Last of Us.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
gonna complain about it. You're like, oh, I don't want to talk about
No, I got nothing to complain about.
Disregarding the cinematics, the gameplay looks really good.
Yeah.
it. It's hard to tell if like, you know, at some point it like switches to a cinematic camera when Ellie got like grabbed or whatever. It's hard to tell what's part of the actual game, and what's just part of the gameplay, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like half of that stuff probably should not have happened if you had a different way of doing combat and stuff like that, which I think is cool because that makes everybody's
Yeah.
experience very, very different.
Mhm.
Totally.
But it was just so smooth and cinematic and
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. The lighting and everything, holy, beautiful.
Everything.
When has Naughty Dog ever let us down?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you saying always?
Whoa.
No.
No.
Sorry, this
Um,
isn't Nintendo.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I would expect a 2019 release for The Last of Us 2, like fall or
Yeah,
or summer
probably.
actually, because they released Last of Us 1 in the summer of 2013.
I was gonna say if it was up for pre-order, I would have like right away. Boom.
Yeah, I
done.
find it interesting how that's like one of the only games from E3 that's not available to pre-order.
I think. Oh, I don't know. It's up there with Spider-Man for me. Like for most anticipated game.
I think Spider-Man's above Last of Us for me. But like,
Spider-Man's
going,
also coming out soon.
but like going back to
True.
pre-ordering stuff, Like, I find it funny how you can pre-order Final Fantasy VII Remake from Best Buy, but not The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just weird. I don't know. But yeah, Spider-Man. Holy shit, that looks amazing.
Ooh.
And just when you fly through the city, too, it looks so freaking smooth.
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Getting some Sinister Six vibes from that.
You definitely need a very high-resolution TV to play that.
Totally.
I'm excited for that. And also just like the prison mission and the rain particles and everything. It looks gorgeous.
The rain on Spidey's suit. I was like, crispy.
And I've said it before, it looks very, very similar to... It's like a mix of the Batman engine and the Uncharted engine. Like, just the way, like, the characters are modeled, if that makes sense. And, like, the way their hair is and everything. It seems very similar to Uncharted.
I was gonna say the combat system feels very Arkham to me. Or
Well-
it looks like it, at least.
Then it should be very, very easy to use. Just dodge at the right times and attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Make you feel very overpowered as these types of games should be.
Yep.
Well, I mean, unless you're going against a boss, right? But otherwise, you gotta feel powerful and fun and free flowing like Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Ghost of Tsushima. Ooh, I'm not sure if I'll be getting it like day one per se, but like that's a very, very pretty game. The world is
Very
gorgeous. The foliage, how it blows in the wind, and that whole like cherry blossom scene where the two are like dueling. That's very, very pretty.
Apparently, that part was just a side quest. It's not
I believe
the
it.
main thing.
I believe it. Well, I mean, there wasn't much to it, like story-wise, from what I saw. Like, it just seemed pretty straightforward. You kill some guys and you run into.
I'm just saying that cherry blossom scene was gorgeous, and if they have something like that in a side mission, imagine what they do for the main mission.
Yeah.
Crispy.
That's very true. Yeah, I'm very excited to play that. Should be epic.
When does that come out? Does anyone know?
No release date.
Of course.
Same with Death Stranding. No, they actually show gameplay for Death Stranding, which that's what I wanted, because after 2
We
years
still-
they show nothing.
We still know nothing about it, but I mean, you deliver stuff.
We know what the enemies do and how you avoid them, and it's very fucking creepy.
Lots of babies.
Is this the one with Norman Reedus?
Yes.
I love how they
I'm okay.
they showed gameplay, yet we're even more confused now. Than
Exactly.
It still looks good.
No, they're doing a great job advertising it for sure, leaving us in that suspense loop.
Yeah, for sure. I'm feeling it's gonna be like that until the game comes out. People are gonna be like, "What is this game?" And then you just have to play it and find out.
They probably can't. Yeah, like they probably can't reveal much about the story.
Hmm.
That's fine with me.
It'll probably leave you for the first half of the game wondering why is it like this, why is it like that.
Yeah.
A lot of questions to be answered while playing the game.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that'll be very, very good. But
The
like
payoff
you see,
while playing the game will probably be really big.
well, it looks very massive. And
That's what she said.
also with the enemies and stuff like that, you can see how they how like you need a specific device to see them, otherwise they're just floating around in the air and you can't see them.
Yeah.
Like they
It's
have
like
that
a horror.
they have that
slash-
whirly-wind thing on their shoulders to see them. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Not omniscient.
Ominous?
Ominous. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Very key. Yeah. So that's again no release date on that one either, huh?
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing anything about it.
Well, it's good. That's exciting. Keeping us on our toes. I just have a fear that games are gonna all just come out in 1 year. It's gonna be like Cyberpunk and like Starfield and Death Stranding and just like all these games are like gonna come out. Everyone's gonna be like, it's too much.
We're already having
Yeah.
that dilemma because Spider-Man comes out in September, Black Ops 4 in October, Red Dead in October, Fallout 76 in November.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Heck
broke.
yeah.
It's a great time to be a gamer.
Not a good time to be broke.
Honestly, me.
Honestly, yeah. But yeah, Nathaniel got a hold of that Best Buy sale. I wasn't able to, but I'm very glad
Frick.
that he did, cause that saved him.
Yeah, that sucks that you
you
weren't
pretty much
able
got a
to.
game for free if you really think about the savings.
Yep.
How much did you pay for 3 games? Was it 120?
175 with taxes.
175?
Mhm.
Wait.
It's $55 per game.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well, better than 80 per game. Yeah, I guess you'd be spending $240. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and with tax that'd be like $355.
Yep. Not great.
I hope our Canadian dollar turns around. I don't like spending that much on games. Remember in like 2014 when it was like $60 and then the next year it was 70 and then the year after that it was 80. That was a terrible transition. Terrible. Anyways, yeah, Death Stranding is definitely a hokey pokey type of game. But yeah, like Marco said, it's a good time to be a gamer, but it's not a good time to be a gamer. Just too much coming out at once. Too overwhelming. At least you got lots to choose from.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's true.
Alrighty. Well, that's the end of the Sony stuff. Oh, actually, no, we haven't talked about. Well, I'm sure nobody really played it, but like the Resident Evil 2 remake, the trailer actually looks super good. Like they remastered the characters and the levels and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you guys are interested, but I was blown away by it. I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was,
looks nice.
It looks crisp and clean, and I just hope it plays well. Cause like we talked about earlier, you're trying to attract a new audience, right? And if you can do that, then it'll be very, very good. Good mission accomplished. So I'm excited for that too. Probably won't get it day one, obviously, but it caught my eye. And
You know what caught my eye? Control. Did anyone see the trailer for Control?
yes.
Yeah,
oh,
that was
that's
interesting.
really weird.
I
It's
wouldn't.
made by the guys that made Quantum Break, which was the time controlling game.
Yeah.
So.
Or
I
Alan
don't
Wake.
know if I'll
Alan
get it on
Wake
day
was-
one,
Alan
but it
Awake
looks really
also,
cool.
yeah. That was for Xbox, I think, though.
Yeah, I don't. That looked trippy. It's like gravity shifting and I don't know, flying.
You don't like flying?
It
Nah,
looked
I don't
weird.
really feel like it. Yeah, that's a trippy game. Oh, they also showed a lot of VR stuff. Actually, I was surprised. They have the lightsaber game. They have the cooking shit. They got many other simulators. Like I think it's
cooking
good.
shit.
No, I think it's good that they're actually focusing on VR and stuff though. It's very, very cool.
Well, the costs come down.
Yeah, definitely.
Soon, don't worry, my child.
Alright.
All right.
All
That's
right.
everything.
wait,
right?
one more thing to note from
Oh, for
Sony.
fuck's sake, one!
We have to do this one.
Because I was waiting for a good time to talk about it, but then you guys kept on talking about
There's
How
no.
other
fucking
stuff.
rude.
What's up?
They also showed a new trailer, well, I guess story trailer for Destiny 2, the new DLC coming out, which is actually
Who gives a
interesting.
shit? I'm just kidding. Actually,
No,
you
he's
bought
not.
Destiny 2. I convinced you to.
You did, and it was worth it.
Yeah, Juan and I saw a deal where it was like $52 gives you Destiny 2 along with the whole expansion pass, and that's a pretty good deal actually.
It's a pretty darn good deal. I
Darn
still
tootin'.
haven't beat the main story yet. But still, the way how what they revealed in that trailer actually just like it just dropped a bombshell for everybody, especially like lore people that are like focused on the story aspect of it. But just seeing it was like, this is actually really good, and hopefully it lives up to the levels of what Taken King was. And from that trailer alone, it does look like that.
Sea of Thieves is gonna crush Destiny 2.
Ha.
You think that's a joke?
Anyways,
LOL. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Juan, you've seen the CSV's stuff at Cineplex. Where's the Destiny 2? Exactly.
What kind of video games are they like promoting mostly at Cineplex? Like Rocket League and Black Ops, or
just whatever people pay for.
Sea of
No, well,
Thieves?
they've been promoting the Rocket League tournaments.
Oh
on
yeah,
screens.
that.
And then there's
Mhm.
like these big Sea of Thieves screens that are by the theaters that are on constant repeat.
And if
it makes
you
me wonder
notice-
myself.
If you notice close to the beginning part of the trailer, there's this guy that's clapping, but how can he clap
Yes,
if
the
one of his
fucking
hands is a
hook.
hook hand?
I know. It pisses me off.
Okay, let's get back on track.
I love
Triggered.
love the continuity of the trailers. Yeah, I
fine.
guess that's everything for Sony then.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it was a little bit bad with the pacing, but overall, a very, very solid conference. So, I guess that's every one of the conferences that we talked about, all the shows. So, guys, overall, who do you think won E3?
Bethesda.
Bethesda. Yeah.
Bethesda.
I think Sony came a close second though.
Wait, Thomas, what do you think?
I don't know.
Nintendo.
Nintendo. No, actually, Nintendo was kind of disappointing. I don't know. I'm gonna say Sony just to fuck with you guys. So Sony.
That's not really fucking with us, they came close.
Yeah, I like that.
What, you like him fucking with you?
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I care more about more Sony games than the Bethesda games.
Have you played a Bethesda game besides Skyrim?
No. Well, I played a bit
Dishonored
of
does not
Wolfenstein.
count. Nope.
I
Nope.
played some Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Dishonored's Arcane. It's a totally different developer. But yeah. I thought... Yeah, Bethesda and Sony were very, very solid. That was good.
True.
I'm surprised you guys, Marco and Juan, didn't say Nintendo.
What?
I thought you guys would have said Nintendo.
No.
No, Bethesda clearly won.
I love teasing.
Squidward.
All the memes throughout the Bethesda conference were great.
Mhm.
True.
And they were entertaining throughout, and you know Todd Howard always brings it.
Of course, Tommy. Yes.
Your favorite softcore porn star.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know it. So, another question I got for you guys. What was something that really surprised you or caught you off guard from any E3 conference?
Not much, honestly.
Starfield.
Doom
Okay, yeah, Starfield. Starfield is cool.
Mm-hmm.
and Starfield.
I was not expecting Doom. And what else? I was not expecting a very vibrant Assassin's Creed, actually. I thought it was gonna be a pretty generic one, if that makes sense, but it looks very lived in and Witcher-esque, like we said before. So
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed also for me. That wasn't on the radar, but I might consider picking it up.
Hey, nice. Get Origins first, and you can pick it up for pretty cheap on Black Friday also. So,
Sorry, forgot to
Let's see.
mute myself.
Thomas, what caught you off guard? Or nothing?
Okay, you guys are gonna get mad at me, but before E3, I wasn't actually super excited for Spider-Man. But after E3, oof.
How dare you?
I'm okay with that.
I mean, like, hey, you like it, so
I'm glad
not
that
mad.
I'm glad that they made they got you to enjoy the gameplay. Like you thought the whole prison episode
Yeah, that was
was
great.
good.
I
Yeah,
was not expecting Sinister Six. I thought it was just Mr. Negative, but
I thought
Mhm.
it was too actually. Yeah, so I'm glad they got more heroes or not heroes, more villains and stuff like that.
and I really want to know who that person at the end was.
Oh, yeah,
That's an Asian dude.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Do you think that there's gonna be another Marvel hero in
No,
Spider-Man?
well,
or no?
maybe like at the very, very end, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Could be wrong.
I think
But
they'll try to stick to the Spider-Man little group of franchise heroes and villains. Period. Now, final question. After seeing everything, all the conferences and stuff, which games will you be buying that are upcoming, or you're strongly considering getting that are upcoming? Let's start with Thomas. We know Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Mm-hmm. That game looks super, super good. So
Yo.
if you buy it, I'm very interested to take a look at it.
Mario Party for sure. I don't know if I want to buy Spider-Man. I might just borrow it because it might not have a lot of replayability.
Well,
We'll have to see.
well, Nathaniel and I will.
Don't judge.
Nathaniel and I will be getting it, and I think once Black Ops 4 and Red Dead come around, I won't be playing it too much, so you can
Yeah.
borrow it if you'd like.
I have my eye on Control. It seems neat to me.
Okay, let's.
And-
Do you mind if we talk a little bit more about that? Like, is it coming for all systems, or
I have no idea. I don't think they have a release date or anything.
they
It's
don't
just-
even
it looks
have a
cool.
release date? It's just a thing.
Yeah, it just looks cool.
Okay.
I think 2019 maybe, and I think it's for all systems, including PC.
Well, it came out at the Sony conference, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's an exclusive.
Yeah, I can see it coming out for all consoles.
What else? I think that's it.
That's
oh, Skyrim Special Edition, very special edition, of course.
Yeah. If you I think Julian has an Amazon Echo, but I don't think I can.
No, he has a Google Home. He has a Google Home.
Ew.
I have a Google Home.
Ew. Wait, why?
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait,
at least it doesn't talk to you and freaking laugh like a crazy ass person.
Does yours laugh to you?
wait, why do you have
No,
a Google Home?
No, I don't. I'm just saying, like the Amazon, like Alexa and stuff, like they laugh evilly. It's fucking weird.
I
Just
heard
out of
about
nowhere.
That's scary. But I'm asking
Yeah.
Marco, why do you have a Google Home?
Why do I have one?
Yes.
Because it's cool. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Leave me alone. I didn't buy it. I got it for a present, okay?
Okay. Yeah, Thomas, you can borrow Spider-Man. I'm totally okay with that.
Sweet.
Yeah, give it a try.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Awesome. Yeah, Control looks very, very interesting. It'll be epic. And what was the second game you said? You said
It's either Kingdom Hearts 2 or Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice.
Right, Shadows
Today.
Die Twice. Yeah, that'll be very, very cool to see. So if you get that, I would like to give it a try.
Of course.
Juan, what are your anticipated releases that you're probably
Destiny
gonna end
2.
up getting?
Just Dance 2019 on the Wii.
Do you even have a Wii?
Just kidding. I have a Wii. But anyways, aside from that, so I am very interested for whenever Doom Eternal comes out because that would be great.
I'm guessing
Smash Bros. I
2019.
definitely want to get. Yeah. Death Stranding, I'll keep a strong eye on that because that looks like a fun time. I'll probably ask Fam for Kingdom Hearts 3 whenever he's done with
Yeah,
it.
boy.
Because but then before that, I still need to play through Kingdom Hearts 2. And then there's also Starlink, that looks fun. Fallout 76 will be a fun time.
Yeah,
That one I'm definitely going to buy.
Are you gonna get all the collectibles for Starlink and the Star Fox shit?
We'll see with that. But I'm definitely going to get Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Rage 2 I'm going to consider getting. I'll just see how the initial reactions are to it.
Awesome. Yeah, play
And that's
Fallout,
basically
Fallout
it.
with me and Nathaniel. We'll make an
Heck
epic
yeah.
base. and
And
then
then get a
And
blown up.
nuke.
and then we'll nuke Fortnite Lover 69.
All right.
This should be a fun time. So my anticipated games coming up, obviously Spider-Man, that's coming. They didn't announce it, or they didn't talk about it much at E3, but Black Ops 4, and they didn't talk about Red Dead 2. I'm so mad about that, but that's coming.
Triggered.
Are
Fallout.
you sure it's not gonna get delayed?
Shut up. Fallout 76. Very excited for that. It'd be cool to see the whole multiplayer aspect. I probably won't. I'm not getting it, obviously, the month it comes out, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just because it really, really surprised me with how amazing it looks. I'm very excited for that. And, also, I'm gonna say The Crew 2, because they're adding a whole bunch of new stuff. And, it'd be very cool to try it out in an open world America, in the major cities. Like, their trailers was, like, in New York, I think, that they showed off the plane and car gameplay. So that really stood out to me, and it's very, very pretty. So yeah, so Crew 2 and Assassin's Creed were the two Ubisoft games that really, really stood out to me. Otherwise, the rest are releasing this year.
Nice.
Let's go to Marco.
For me, just
The guy against pre-ordering.
yeah, I'm not pre-ordering anything, that's for sure.
No
yet.
Man's Sky sucks.
And probably just I'll keep an eye out on Fallout 76 and the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, those two games. But aside from that, it's all.
I'm actually surprised Assassin's Creed Odyssey kind of caught your attention there. Like it does look, like I said a million times, very close to Witcher, and but the combat will be very, very different, obviously. Yeah, well, Fallout 76, I know we talked about it already, but yeah, take a look at what other people are saying, if it's a solid game or not, or how the servers are running, before you make
That's
that
the plan.
purchase. Yeah.
Plan?
Nothing else, though?
No.
Nathaniel?
Well, obviously, I've already pre-ordered Spider-Man Black Ops. I'm also looking forward to Battlefield and The Last of Us.
Battlefield will be really, really fun. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'll get it. Well, I'm not gonna get it like the first month it comes out, obviously.
No, I'm not either.
I'll see how much it is on like Black Friday and Boxing Day.
I'm probably only gonna get it on sale, like I did with Battlefield.
Actually, like if you just wait 6 months, they do drop like half of its price. Like Battlefront 2, for
Yeah.
example, I saw it on the PlayStation Store for like $35 this weekend.
Yeah. Yesterday when the sale ended, it was $20.
Jeez. And
Yeah.
And you guys didn't tell me.
it's still on, I think. I think tonight's the last night.
Yeah, it is. It just last night. Go check.
Rip Juan's wallet. Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Battlefield 5. I'm gonna wait a few months because that'll drop in price. And yeah, Last of Us definitely has all the hype. Naughty Dog has never disappointed us, ever. Yeah.
Yet.
Unless they come up with some derpy Uncharted game, I doubt that's ever gonna happen. Sully's erection.
Wait, which game is $20?
Battlefront 2.
It's 80 right now.
Sorry, Juan. Wait till Black Friday.
Rip.
It'll drop again. I can guarantee it. Anyways, I'm glad everybody's excited for something of this year's E3. I thought that this was a super solid year. I think the last super good year besides this one was 2015. 2016 and 17 were okay, but 2018 definitely it got my attention back up. I'm excited for the games upcoming in the next 18 months. But yeah, it's going to do it for us tonight. So thank you everybody so much for listening to the podcast, hearing our thoughts and opinions and what we're all excited for. And thank you guys for coming out to the show and sharing what you had to say.
Yeah, no
problem.
worries. Thanks for having us.
It was
It was a good time.
good old time, definitely. And we'll be exchanging games and opinions for sure when these releases come, obviously. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. So once again, thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you all in another podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You really like Spider-Man, don't you, Thomas?
Bye.
It looks good.
You look good.
Oh, thanks, babe.